I'm a 56-year-old rural gun-owning white guy. And if Kamala Harris thinks I'll vote for her, she's right. If any Republican on my ballot thinks I'll vote for them, they're wrong. The religious crusades, the Catholic Crusades, were 175 years of the Church, Catholic Church, using their religion for power. They were trying to secure trade routes and increase the lands that they held power over, and they needed to give the people in Western Europe some kind of a mission to believe in that gave the church relevance. It was all about power. The Salem witch trials, that was from 1692, February 1692 to May of 1693. A year and a half of religious fanaticism, in large part so that the men of the time could keep power. If you didn't believe in what they believed in, or if you challenged their authority somehow, then you were accused of being a witch. Or maybe your daughter or your wife or your housekeeper would be accused of being a witch. All to keep you in line. Now, the people in both those times, many of them couldn't even read. They couldn't do math. They weren't great thinkers, if you will. So it's easy to see in those times how the common people were easily led into these religious atrocities, if you ask me. But today, I mean, this is 2024. We've got the Voyager 1 left our solar system over 10 years ago. We've got a robot taking pictures and core samples on the moon or on Mars. We put a man on the moon 50 years ago. We are not an ignorant people. So how is it that the Republican Party that used to be all about small government and stay out of my business and all that, how did that party become a party today that has passed laws in several states that is using religious fanaticism to gain power? That's all the Dobbs decision is. It's all about power. Power to control women, power to control the men who love them women. I mean, we know that in Georgia there were at least 2 women who have died because they couldn't get DNCs that are not abortions, but they're classified as abortions. The young gal in South Carolina, Amari Marsh, is that her name? Yeah, sophomore in college. She went to the doctor, terrible pain, and they didn't treat her. She went back in even more pain, and they said, "Hey, you're pregnant." They sent her home. She ended up having a miscarriage at home and woke up in the hospital with a couple of cops standing there. She got arrested. And she was in jail for 22 days and finally released with an ankle bracelet. They told her that she was looking at a sentence of 20 years to life. Imagine being a young woman who'd never been in any kind of trouble and you're told that. I mean, one day you're in college to earn a medical degree, the next day you're looking at a lifetime in prison for doing nothing. Fortunately, in this case, this time, the grand jury said, no, we're not going to do that. And in Texas, the state of Texas is suing the federal government so that their law enforcement people can gain access to women's health care records. Because if a woman, if my niece in Texas needs an abortion, well, she can come up here and I'll put her up at my place and take her where she needs to go. I'll take care of her. The state of Texas, if that were to happen, would want to prosecute her and prosecute me and prosecute the abortion doctor here for violating a Texas law. Sounds crazy, but I was reading up on whether or not it's constitutional, and it's questionable, believe it or not. And with a Christo-fascist Supreme Court like we have right now, it's probably going to be called constitutional. How did we get here? I don't know, but Project 2025 says that abortion will be outlawed across the country, everywhere, if Trump gets into power. And that's all it is. It's about using religion to get power and then using that power to give more power to the church. I hope you'll all join me and vote for Kamala Harris and vote against every Republican on the ticket, because every Republican on the ticket, well, they're supporting Trump. Good day.